and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schroep, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
You're the real most famous physical therapist on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about the best walking and balance routine at home using masking tape.
Simple little thing makes a big difference.
Yeah,
So.
most people probably have some masking tape at home.
Right.
You know, put it over the mouth to keep them quiet. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And you have found a very good time to join us at bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section because we are giving away, once again, a Sleep Ovation mattress. This is probably the biggest thing we give away during the year.
Right.
We do it quite often, actually, monthly. And also in second and third place, we're giving away their pillows. They come out with a new pillow. Fantastic.
Right.
It's got springs in it,
Yeah.
but it's soft and it's cool.
Yeah. It's got
cool.
all the benefits.
All right. If you want a short version of us, go to Twitter and Instagram. Go to Facebook, and it's also our contest is pinned to the top of the page.
There you go, Bob. Bob, walking, balance, fall prevention. It could be after an injury. It could be, after a stroke. There's a lot of things.
It might be you're just getting old, and your balance is getting bad.
Right.
Which is, I have this conversation with people I know, like friends now.
Well, that's because we're getting older.
We're getting
Bob.
old.
Yeah,
right.
gray hair, the whole works.
Yep.
So anyways, simple thing you can do at home. And the masking tape. So what are your masking tape? Well, it's one of those, where is my masking tape?
Oh, it's right over here.
See, we forgot where we put things. Yeah, no, there we go. Now, it gives you something to, you'll see it
gives you a visual guideline.
Right, you'll see in just a little bit. Now, if you do get this blue kind that's made for painting.
Right.
The reason is because you can see it better, typically, and it's going to come off the floor. If you look at this down here, we've got red tape that we put down here for a similar video about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Right.
It's still there. We can't get it off.
Right.
Anyways, so Bob, let's go ahead. Let's put this down. You only need about 5-6 feet. We're going to use 5 feet here. And put it on and, put a little tab on so you can pull it off easier so someone doesn't get upset with you for putting tape on the floor. There we go.
All
okay.
Right.
There you go. Now, the next thing you're going to need, first of all, you must be able to walk with a cane. And you might be a little unstable, but if you're having a hard time walking without a cane because you're so unstable, this is probably too advanced for you. So this is for someone who walks relatively good, but they're risky.
There's some issues.
Yeah, there's some issues. You want to tune things in a little bit. And then the next thing, you should have a spotter or someone to walk with you, and then a belt on so that they can grab the belt or hold on to the belt in case you do, because we are going to challenge your balance and you are going to be a little wobbly here on purpose so that you do get better with your balance. Then you're going to use either a cane or if you use a stick. We like to use a stick, like a 5-foot stick. We're using the Booyah stick here. If you have something else that has rubber tips and is taller, this allows you to put your hand up higher, which brings your posture better.
Yeah, show the difference, Brad. When you're with that cane, it's very difficult to maintain good posture.
Well, especially when you're working on your balance.
Right.
You're focused on something else, and that kind of pulls you forward because we're going to look down at the line while we're doing some of these. And if you've got this, your hand is up here, and it just brings you up. And it kind
you
of
can still glance with your eyes down, but you don't need to bend forward.
It kind of forces you, really promotes that good posture. Right. Better posture, better balance.
Right.
There's no two ways about that. So here we've got our tape on the floor. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go from an easier to a more progressive, more difficult tasks. Yes. So
now you could, by the way, hang on to a counter.
Right.
Too, right?
Yep.
I mean, it probably would be one of the more safer things to do.
And you could put the cane or stick on one side and hold on to the counter and walk that way.
Remember, safety comes first. You
Right.
can have someone hold on to your belt if you're not stable.
Right.
So
exactly. So the foot pattern on the first one is we're simply going to keep our feet on each side of the line. Now, because some people have a tendency to cross. And that's a problem because they bang into the other foot and cause a fall. It depends. A lot of people that have a stroke has that problem.
Very common.
So 1 foot on each side of the line, and we're simply going to walk forward. And if that goes really easy, well, then we need to walk backwards, because oftentimes you need to take a couple steps backwards into a chair. Make sure your feet are not crossing the line, not bumping into each other. I'll get the stick on this side. Okay. So that's step
Again,
number one.
This is a beginner.
Right,
So
exactly. And some people may have challenges with that and may need to work on that and have someone hold on to them. But the goal is to do that without having any problems, tipping, or balance issues. Number two, side step. Now this, I typically like to put the toes right on the line. So there's a specific way we put them there so that we're not crossing and having unusual patterns there. And we're going to take a step over. And the big thing about this is sometimes people will do one foot good and the other foot will drag, and they may not even be aware of it. So we want to make sure we're stepping, lifting the feet off, keeping our toes on the line, step at a time, and then make sure both directions you can do it well. If in the case there was a stroke, oftentimes one side goes better, going the other side can be a completely
big
different
difference.
story.
And even the length of the step.
Right.
A lot of them will take a shorter step because they don't feel stable.
Exactly. One thing we want to think about too, and this is on the first one and this one, is that the heel comes up and you got your toe up in the air, and you have to have dorsiflexion so you don't drag your foot, because that can be a real problem, that foot drop. Okay, so we're going to really concentrate on this one. This is more difficult. We're actually going to go.
So this is the next one now, heel to toe.
Heel to toe.
Okay, now this is a more difficult one.
Yeah.
This one, many people will find challenging.
Exactly, and this is where probably you're going to have someone hold on to the belt, unless they're pretty high level.
Right. And you definitely will probably need some support to start off with.
Right.
Either, like I said, the countertop or some type of cane or some type of booyah stick.
Yep, there you go. Now, I will have people go backwards on this as well. And one of the big reasons is because you can't see where you're putting your foot. But if your proprioception, your nervous system was working up to snuff, you should be able to hit your toe to the heel. But a lot of times that's not possible. So we're going to work on that, and look down there and see if you can. And when you're looking down there, that's when you need the balance and someone to hold you. But that's the goal, is so the toe touches the heel on the way back. And if you can do that without looking, you're really getting up into that higher level.
Do you want to show the advanced version of some of these now, Brad, when you're like turning your head, or do you want to wait till the end? Not even do it.
No, that's a good idea. Let's show the advanced. So with these, what we were talking about, you're looking down, you're seeing the tape.
Right.
Okay, you go through all of them. That's going pretty good. And the next thing is, because we don't walk around in real life looking down at the floor all the time, although we do, but we need to look around to see where you're going, particularly in a hallway where you got,
or with a lot of people.
Right.
And that's where you see a lot of people fall, like in church or something like that. My mom did.
Your mom fell in church?
She fell outside of church.
Oh.
Because someone came up to her and
Yeah.
and they started talking to her. And so she's walking, and all of a sudden she goes like this, and she lost her balance.
Yep.
You lose your balance when your eyes get averted to different areas.
Yeah, that's a big part of balance.
Big part of it.
Good point, Bob. So yeah, the first one, now pick out a point, eye level or wherever, off to the right, one in front of you, and then off to the left. And make sure you do it looking off to the right, because there are going to be situations, particularly with a stroke or a brain injury, where you might be able to do fine looking off to the right, but when you do the same walking looking to the left, things become very different.
Right.
So you need to get that tuned in.
Also the changeover.
Right.
Going from right to left. When you're walking, I have people walk like this, and that really throws them off.
Right.
A lot of times.
And that could be in the inner ear.
Right.
It could be that vertigo symptoms where that movement just really throws the balance off.
Just trying the body as having to process it so quickly.
Right.
So,
boy, this is really fun, Bob. We're covering some
there
good
we
stuff.
go.
All right. So again, now that when you do the heel to toe, then it's really difficult.
Yeah,
that's
it
pretty
is.
high level. If you're looking back and forth, you're really depending solely on proprioception. And if you're at that level, that's great. You're really going to do well. But if you're not, that's okay.
Again, you'd have to have somebody holding on to you at that point.
Right.
So
Get that belt on and hold it.
So,
and last but not least, we do want to work on some functional balance. So just take some plastic cups, you know, those
like red solo
red
cups?
solo cups.
There we
Yeah,
go.
you could sing that song if you want, if you remember it.
Or you could use beer cans in case we could probably find a few in your house, huh, Brad?
Oh no, Bob, I always do bottles.
Okay.
No, I'm a German. We don't use cans.
All right.
All right. So here, now with this, you're going to walk down the line. It's not important that your toes on the line, but with your right foot forward, you're going to use your stick or your cane and bend over and pick up that cup and see how that goes.
So you had them do the golfer's lift, basically.
Well,
or
it's
they
going
could do a lunge too, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one or the other.
So we're talking about the strategy. Do you lift the leg up and do that? Or do you squat and do this?
Right.
And it's really going to depend. If someone had a knee surgery, they may not be able to do this.
Or they might do the lunge like this,
Right.
one forward.
Right.
So you'll have to determine which one strategy you're going to employ.
Right. And that's what
So-
we'll do with patients before they go home. Make
Right.
sure if they're going to pick something up, they're going to know how to do it so they can get back up
Right.
without falling. And make sure that, you know, the next one, the left leg is forward, and see how that goes. Oftentimes if the left leg is forward and they use a stick or a cane, if the left leg is forward, it's in the right hand.
Yes.
You may want to
Yeah.
switch it because you're more stable that way. Whether you do it this way, you know, this way, or simply, I have some people, they're much more stable doing that. It's not what we
Sure.
like for the back, but if they don't have
if
a
you
back
keep your
problem,
back as straight as possible, it's still fine.
sure,
You know, I mean,
right,
and to be honest with you, almost in all cases, I recommend the patients that if they got something to hold on to it.
Right.
Hold on to the countertop.
that's what furniture is for.
Yeah, and it's good for you even if you don't have balance problems, but if you're having back problems,
Right.
it's good to take some of the stress off your back.
Exactly. So very good. Work on your balance. Work with a partner. You can use the tape, and like I said, look at this. Now, when you're done, you can take the top off, and then
You left a little piece there though.
oh yeah, but that was my marker piece. That's a good point, Bob. Let me get down. So I'm
and
doing this.
remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Oh, except for
A broken heart.
good.
But
Good.
we're working on it.
I wonder if they can put that heart right on top of the booyah.
That would be
Balance
cool.
it.
Ooh.